Yo, what's going on YouTube? We don't got a time for an intro, but today we're gonna be making my 2G not clapped. So we're gonna go ahead and start by ripping out the headliner. I've already started. And we're gonna be putting some black headliner with a shit ton of stars. Got the visors removed. Next up, we gotta lift these off a little so that when we get the headliner out, it'll fully come out and not get caught right here type shit. This is what 370 plus thousand miles of dust looks like. So for the visors, I'm painting these black, just the outside. I don't really care enough to do the inside. And then I'm gonna use the rest of the black to wrap them. So I got everything else painted, but I gotta do these on these sun visors. And I was about to mask these off. And then I realized I can get paint on this gray part because I'm about to wrap it anyways. We're about to do the rear differential fluid because the stars for the headliner don't come in until Tuesday, I think, and right now it's Sunday. Not even kidding, I'm sitting under this thing perfectly right now. This is gonna be the easiest rear diff I've ever done. Oh, she's low. Okay, the diff is already starting to dribble fluid out, so this shouldn't be hard to do. Oh my God. There's not much metal that I can see. So we honestly might be in the clear, but this was definitely time for a change. All right, let's get this cover off. How am I gonna do this without dropping it? Oh, fuck. All right, guys, I don't know about this. You can kind of see in there. So it's pretty sparkly. And if I do this, oh, and even worse, look at this magnet. Literally just Goyslop sludge from Tekashi 6ix9ine. Alright, well there was a lot of metal shavings, but all the teeth look pretty good. And especially inside, there's nothing really out of the ordinary. So I think it just hasn't been serviced in a while. That's what I'm here for. So next, we're gonna go ahead and scrape all this off and then clean up the pan and paint it. It hasn't rained in at least a month. And the first time that I decide to do something on my truck, it rains. Here's my beautiful headliner. And here is the diff cover. All right, I got it all on, and I gave the gasket maker about 15 minutes to dry. So we're gonna go ahead and throw our 80 weight 90 STP oil, only the best for the 2G. This thing is gonna take all of this fluid, if not more. All right, we are coming to an end on bottle 1. Bottle number 2, bitch. Finally at the end of bottle 2. Alright, I got it like perfect. You can see barely any fluid came out. I got some Teflon tape on this plug just to make sure it seals. I'll go ahead and crank it down here. Oh my god! And that is a fully serviced Dana 70. All right, so got the wires ran down off here. I went ahead and extended them so I can poke them through the firewall. We got them hooked up to the battery, and as you can see, they're working. So now we just gotta run these through the firewall, electrical tape all the connections, plug in the connections, and then we're good. Alrighty, it's a little hard to see right now, but click the interior lights. These come on, the floorboard lights come on, fully wired into the fuse block. Next up, we gotta put on these sun visors. Next up, we're changing up the audio system.
I will explain what happened with the sub and amp here in a minute.
All right, it's been a while since I did any work on the 2G, for this video at least. But as you can see, it's in the garage because I'm doing my steering gearbox. Mine's pissing out about a quart a day through this seal. And I could have just replaced the seal, but I figured why not just redo it, get rid of the steering slob. So that's going on Sunday. Today's Friday, Saturday, I think. But while it's in the garage, immobilized due to the steering gearbox, I want to finish something. I want to do my door speakers, my passenger lock motor, and my passenger window motor. Now, if you're wondering where the sub and amp is, let me bring you into here. Boom. As you can see, I put it in. I got it all routed, and it's not getting power. I think it's the connections within like the amp, so I need to go over it. But for right now, it's in, and I'm a little bit too busy right now to be worried about this. So sub can be technically called installed. Oh, and also my Starlight stopped working, so that's great. But without further ado, let's get this door card off. So just to delay the process of doing this window motor, which I'm really not excited for, I'm gonna go ahead and do my door speakers first. Here is my brand new beautiful CT Sounds speaker, 6x9 inch. Got another one for that door, obviously. Gonna look good. It's got a little shell for it as well. So before I put it in, I gotta figure out which one of these two connections are positive and negative. A little bit of ChatGPT later, we got the speaker installed. I'm gonna go ahead, do the other side, then we can see what it sounds like. And there we have the new speaker in. Go ahead, hop in the truck and turn it on. Let's see how well the speakers sound. All right, so as you can see, other side door card is on. It's the next day. I got sidetracked filming for another video on the front of the truck. And basically, yeah, that door's all good. The speaker's in it, sounds way better. I think why this speaker wasn't working, if you come in here, I was taking apart the radio to see what was up. I was thinking maybe the wires going from the speaker to here weren't plugged in. And this is what I get greeted with. Note you, this truck has been in 2 engine fires and loves to have electrical issues. So here's a little better light. As you can see, at some point, this orange wire got really hot, and this gray and black wire, the pin is right next to it. That is what I believe is the negative terminal for the speaker. It runs down through the dash and over here to connect to the speaker. I think when this orange wire caught fire or melted, this gray wire got damaged. So tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm going to go to the junkyard, rip apart another second gen, find this new plug. It's also burnt on this side, so I'll have to get both, splice it in. I really hope I can find one similar, and then I'm thinking that'll fix the other side speaker. Now, next up, I'm going to do the door lock motor, because as I've said before, every time my buddy's hopping in my truck, I got to lean over this probably 5-6 foot wide cab and flick this little thing's clitoris. So I've watched a couple of videos before. I think it's like these 3 bolts, and then gotta rip this out, and then maybe a couple clips, and then it just slides out, something like that. I think this is the original door lock motor because those bolts sounded like they were snapping in. All right, well, that took an amazing amount of time, but now we have no door motor in there. And here's the before. Super dusty, as you'd expect. No grease in here. Not very dirty in there, but overall, this is not great. This doesn't even swivel smoothly. And here is the new one. Brand new from Amazon, of course, but got lots of grease in here. So I'm gonna go ahead, throw it in the truck, and we should have power lock. Yeah. Show the camera. Yeah. Get a pic of that shit. Wait. Ah! Bye to the old one. Full latch. So I'm not gonna do my window motor right now just because it's pretty late and I don't really want to deal with it. And the window is not that slow at rolling up. What are you giggling about? So I'm gonna wait until it goes out in a very bad situation and then I'll fix it. But I still gotta keep this door card off until I get the stereo and passenger speaker figured out. But last thing I want to do before we finish the radio is my Starlight stopped working. I don't know what really happened. The fuse isn't blown. The connections all seem good. So I'm working on checking the wiring that goes through here. And then if not, I might have to pull the headliner because whenever I was putting it in, I meant to glue the connections of these wires into the projectors because I knew that they were loose and causing issues with it flickering on and off. But if you remember, I was in the rain when putting the headliner in, so I rushed and I didn't glue them down. So we might be pulling this headliner down at least to re-glue them. So obviously I was pulling the Starlight because it wouldn't turn on. None of it was turning on. And before that, it had a little bug where it would flicker certain panels because the connections on the projectors were loose. So I'm over here, I'm digging around, checking all of the wiring, and then I come over to the remote. The remote was off. But I took that chance to glue these connections on the projectors tight. So they should never come loose and they don't vibrate and turn off. So I did get one end of the connector. It's been taking me forever to find these. I got the female side. I had to order a new OEM harness for the other male connector. That gets here soon. I'm gonna do that off camera. I need to get this video put out so that I can start working on this video. As you can see, it's not going too hot. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. Let me know what you think about the Starlight, the audio systems in progress, obviously. But stay tuned for this next video. We're doing a ton of front end work. As you can see, got brakes, ball joints, wheel bearings, U-joints, ton of stuff. We're also gonna be dropping the trans.